gonna fast forward ever so slightly. And yeah, we were talking about the civilizations. So starting on the left-hand side, Vinchester playing with Franks over here will get free farm upgrades. It's gonna have on top of that also 25% cheaper castles, as well as 15% faster working foragers. 20% extra HP on cavalry units starting on the field age, and they also have for the team bonus 2 extra line of sight on Nightland units. Meanwhile, his teammate ClassicPro playing with Ethiopians over here is going to have a fantastic archer civilization with 18% faster attacking archers. We also get for Ethiopians 100 extra food and 100 extra gold upon reaching a new age. They'll be getting the pikeman upgrade for free, and while the team bonus is going to give them +3/+3 bonus line of sight on, let's bring this up, outposts and towers. We take a look at the civilizations from ACCM and BadBoy, and they're playing with Franks and Mayans respectively. So we have talked about Franks already, which ACCM is utilizing. Alright. Oh boy! Vinchester is already going to lose a scout over here. Seems like it. Yes, sir! Very strong start already for ACCM. Beautiful. So, on top of that, for BadBoy playing with Mayans, then instead he'll get 1 extra villager upon starting the game, but 50 less food because of it. He also gets 15% longer lasting resources, as well as 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archer units at the field, castle, and Imperial Ages, so it's pretty nice. For the team bonus, finally, they'll get also a discount on walls, and I would say he's taking advantage of it, but he's gone for such a small amount of walls that it doesn't really make too much of a difference. However, it's still pretty good. Hey, Negragos, Guzbanian, hi guys, how are you doing? And Rami, I didn't say hi to you, but I did say hello to everyone when you were the only one around, so there's that. So, yeah. Paris coming up over here for Vinchester. He's kind of blindfolded, though, of course. All he knows is where ACCM is. However, because both players are playing the same civilization, they should know exactly what the other guy's gonna go for. It's basically just going to be full scout push in the fuel age, and he's gonna be there very, very shortly. Meanwhile, ACCM is dead. It's gonna be out very, very soon as well. As a matter of fact, yeah, it seems like Vinchester's got him beat by just a little bit. Let's take a look at population. Vinchester is 1 behind compared to ACCM, so it makes sense that he's going up a little bit faster. There we go. Why so many bones? Oh yeah, by the way, the prediction contest, we are going to restart because I was only now able to jump into the game. So option 1 PC, option 2 SalzZ, and there you go. You have 5 minutes to get your predictions going. Beautiful. Scouts coming out already. A big issue with the current situation for Vinchester is the fact that he's got lesser units. He's got fewer units compared to ACCM. I think this is the first scout he's got coming out, and now he's got a second one. However, ACCM already had the original scout, so while Vinchester might have been able to get to the fuel age a little bit sooner, that's only been good for him to catch up in military count. Meanwhile ACCM's got, or should have, a comparable amount of scouts. Did he go for any extra scouts? Yeah. He's going for some extra scouts, and he should be able to retain the same amount of scouts, plus he's got an extra villager. So Hallis, dude, thanks so much for the raid. It's appreciated. Welcome everyone. We're casting Terranova Duels, Perfect Couple versus SalzZ. Right now we're in game number 1 in this best of 5. Sorry that the score was not showing up. We are going to fix that in a moment, but for the time being we're gonna have to make do. This is just improvised after CaptureAge failed to load for me for whatever reason. So yeah, after this game we're probably going to try reinstalling it. Below the tournament so far? It's been great, man, and we're already in the round of 8, so we're getting closer and closer to the grand finals, of course, to the tournament's conclusion. Archers coming over from ClassicPro. We do have some archers from BadBoy going straight up against ClassicPro. There we go. I have not bought my very first avocado. How do I eat it? Slice it up. Is the skin edible? You don't want to eat the skin. You want to cut it in half and then use a spoon to remove all the interior, all the pulp, so to say. Or the meat, as some people will call it. And then you just want to dispose the peel and the seed. So after you get all the inside scooped out of the peel, you just mash it with a fork and you can add salt, pepper. If you have garlic, I would suggest chopping or dicing a garlic very finely. And if you like, you can add some lemon as well. And that's already good enough in my opinion, but there are many ways to prepare it, so you can also look for extra recipes. Very nice pressure over here though from SalzZ. Meanwhile, BadBoy is not really being able to do too much. You take a look and the gold miners are fine. Actually, ClassicPro managed to get enough defensive archers over there to keep those archers from BadBoy at bay. So this pressure coming up from SalzZ is actually putting a lot of pressure over here against ACCM. This bush looking much better. I have garlic. All right, so yeah, you just mash it. Depending on the size, you might actually want to add a clove of garlic, a small or medium one. If the avocado is big, you probably want to use a medium one. If it's smaller than your fist, you're probably gonna want to use a small clove. Salt for sure. Maybe some pepper if you like it. And maybe some lemon if you like it. Some people actually like to add a little bit of oil, a little bit of vinegar, but that's going to be up to you. I think just salt and mashed avocado is going to be enough. At the very least, you can try that. If you don't like it too much, you can try adding a few extra things. Now, very good defense though from BadBoy and ACCM. Bunch of extra scouts over here, plus the archers coming over from BadBoy. They do end up taking a much better engagement against SalzZ. They clean the units up, and now military count is... It should be significantly higher for Perfect Couple. Well, we take a look at it. It's 22 right now versus 21. It's about the same. Definitely not getting the lead that I thought they were going to get. Especially now over here as BadBoy is losing all these archers and ACCM is just leaving the archers to die, going forward himself. That leaves ACCM kind of exposed over here again. So we'll see. There we go. And what Gosbanian is suggesting, by the way, is also a fantastic way to eat it. That's how I ate it yesterday. I had a piece of bread that I cut in two. I toasted it. And then I had avocado with olive oil and salt. And that was already so good. Beautiful. That's a very nice push. Oh man, this is actually open still. So he's going to sit the archers underneath the tower. All right. Beautiful. Scouts coming around from ACCM cannot do too much damage, as Vinchester already has some defensive spearmen over here. Hold on. Yeah, and what Gauss is saying is also true. You don't want to eat it if it's not ready. You have to wait until it's mostly black over mostly green, and it's fairly firm to the touch. So you don't want to wait too long and it becomes soft. But it's gotta be fairly firm to the touch, and it's gotta give a little. It's gotta have a little bit of give. It's gotta give a little bit if you squish it gently. If I recall correctly, the label said ready to eat when I bought it. Oh, okay. That's good. Let me do something real quick, though. audio. There we go. So that I can keep on working over here and fixing the scoreboard. CaptureAge started to be here already. It's time to arrive for most of the players. Everyone's already on their way to the CaptureAge. And we have crosses coming up significantly faster for BadBoy compared to ClassicPro. Plus, he's got the hill advantage over here, so that should be pretty good. It's going to be 15 versus 19 crosses, so it's looking a little bit better for ClassicPro. Now for upgrades, we already have Balkan Arrow for both these players. Ballistics is coming over though for BadBoy. Do we have that for ClassicPro? He's only now going for the university, so this could be really good for BadBoy if he can hold on to a good amount of crossbows. Once he gets ballistics, he might actually be able to offset for the larger amount of crosses we have for ClassicPro here. Beautiful. Okay, so let me see. Okay, the scoreboard seems to be working. All right. Beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Could not be any better. Good amount of defensive crossbows, and ClassicPro send the crosses around. But BadBoy is very well aware of that. He's actually flaring those crossbows. I think he's got enough over here to defend himself, doesn't he? Although at this point in time, I'm pretty sure ClassicPro should have gone for ballistics already. So it's going to be a comparable amount of crossbows with about the same amount of upgrades. Now, Vinchester's bringing a bunch of knights over. If BadBoy is able to defend over here on his own, that'd be really good. But why did he flare this? Did he? Oh, I know what happened. BadBoy knew about the archers going up north, but he didn't know that he was open. So if we take a look at this point of view, BadBoy, check this out. Wait, this is not BadBoy's point of view. This is BadBoy's point of view. Why does it say classic? Oh god. I'm just so used to CaptureAge, I'm not aware of the bugs. Yeah, he had no idea he was open. He knew the archers were going there, but he had no idea he was open, so that's actually a good amount of damage over here from ClassicPro. And definitely something that BadBoy would have been able to prevent had he realized about the opening over there. That's actually very good damage so far. For SalzZ, they're getting a very nice lead over here already as well. There we are. Left hand side. Well, ACCM's got a counter push going. He's got a bunch of knights over here. Meanwhile, Vinchester's got some knights to defend himself. However, he's sending most of the knights over to the right-hand side to put extra pressure against BadBoy. So now BadBoy's got to defend against the crosses and against the knights. Unfortunately for Vinchester, the knights are arriving over here at a time where the crosses already got cleaned up for the most part. So he'll probably end up just getting cleaned up over here as well if BadBoy does send the crosses over. But he's going up north and he's completely out of position. Just sending a small amount of crosses down south means that these knights actually do end up idling the economy a lot longer than they should have. Yeah, that's still going to be some extra good damage for SalzZ. Let's see, Perfect Apple's got it in them to get enough damage done in the counter raids to actually come back into the game. At this point in time, the villager count is a little bit higher for SalzZ, but just barely, by only about 3 extra villagers. military count, on the other hand, is almost dead even. It is a little bit higher for perfect couple, so there's definitely potential to come back over here. One thing that I'm not 100% sure about is the TC count. So yeah, 2 TCs over here for Classic Pro, 2 TCs for BadBoy. Very nice picks though from Classic Pro, by the way, and that is a lot of villages going down. 7 villages dead already from Classic Pro before he's able to clean that up. Taking a look at the players over here, we have 3 for Vinchester, so that makes 5 for SalzZ, and we have 3 over here for ACCM, so that makes 5 also for Perfect Couple. Amazing job, thank you, even with Mem's tournament running too. Oh yeah. It's no problem, of course. We'll be doing some Battle Africa after the set's over, but for the time being. Pretty hyped about Terranova Duos. This is already the round of 8, right? This is already a quarterfinal, so it's pretty darn strong. Strong matches, indeed. PLH will be here very soon as well for SalzZ+ClassicPro. First player to click up. If we take a look at resources, yeah, you know, it doesn't really seem like anybody else will be able to go up. Classic Pro right now, not only will he be in the Imperial Age, but also he's got the most food compared to anybody else. Now he's going for a bunch of upgrades and extra villagers, so it goes down. And BadBoy's trying to use the market right now to go up to the Imperial Age himself. Being behind is really bad, especially when you're against Ethiopians. Ethiopians will be going for Arbalister and Bracer right away because they get extra resources too. It's actually going to be pretty nice for them too, as it makes the researches a little bit more affordable. And if we take a look at the military count, we have 31 Arbalisters now for Classic Pro, right? Versus 31 crosses. So this is really bad for BadBoy. This is really bad for BadBoy. He's getting completely cleaned up. He does still have some crossbows on the back of Classic Pro space, but he's got to do so much damage over here, especially when you compare to the potential damage that Classic Pro will be able to do, given that he's got freaking Arbalisters already. And it's amazing, of course, for SalzZ. So here comes Classic Pro, taking on the crossbows, pushing around. Shouldn't be stopped by palaces, of course, and shouldn't even need to rely on knights anymore. So ACCM can just send Vinchester can just send the knights forward and keep on putting pressure, or try to defend himself. In this case, he's just gonna try and defend himself, while Classic Pro just takes care of everything else with the Arbalisters himself. Now, this is really bad for Classic Pro, though. Oh, man, that is a lot of villagers completely idle for such a long time. At the very least, they were able to clean up ACCM's units, though. And you know what? Classic Pro's not really being able to do too much damage over here at all. So if we take a look once again at population, villager count's actually looking significantly higher for Perfect Couple now. All of a sudden, quote unquote. Beautiful. Yeah, there we go. For the time being, it's going to be mostly stable. Chester is gonna keep on putting pressure, he's trying. There we go. This can be really good, guys. ACCM might be able to defend over here. That's already some good disruption. from Vinchester. Yeah, now he's joining forces with ClassicPro's Arbalesters. So that is actually a lot of pressure against ACCM. These villagers inside the tower should be going down very soon. Yeah. And Vinchester gets cleaned up over there on the left-hand side, but he still has some knights left over here. That's not Malay, that's not Malay. Yeah. Avocado with garlic and olive oil has been prepared. It's gotta be just a little bit, just a dash of olive oil. Not too much. Well, maybe more if you like it. Very nice defense for ACCM. Candle has been lit. Alright, you try it. Honestly, you can have it alone, but with bread it's just so good. And good defense for ACCM still. SalzZ retains their score lead. Some extra villagers going down over here for a perfect couple. If you want to get much information, Pepe Pomelo, you can do hashtag match as opposed to exclamation mark match. Clear Seer now for Vinchester as well, so that's going to leave ACCM as the only player in the Castle Age. This is huge, guys! For SalzZ. Okay, it seems like the spectator dashboard bot is not working right now, unfortunately. Rip. Sorry about that. You can just do exclamation mark ELO and then ACCM or exclamation mark ELO space BadBoy. Avocado's glorious. It is pretty good. So you can just have it straight without any bread or anything. But yeah, you can also use it like as a type of sauce if you have like rice with sauteed vegetables, something like that. It can also be very good as dressing. Nice push though from Perfect Couple. This is just a center though. This is not going to constitute the bulk of SalzZ economy for sure, so it wouldn't be too bad for them to get pushed away from here. As a matter of fact, how many TCs do we even have over here? Sorry, how many villagers? We only 2 villagers, so it's not too bad. Oh, you need to use a CaptureAge. Yeah, it's not working for me, and I'm not really sure why. I have tried already. I guess I could try restarting my computer. Maybe that's gonna help. I'm not really sure. Very unlikely to achieve too much with only 2 knights over here, especially as Vinchester already has Cavalier. And with 3 stables over here, Cavalier should be coming up in decent numbers very soon. Everyone's just trying to go over to the center as well to get access to the extra golds. I have now eaten avocado and will say it tastes okay, and I prefer apples. Okay. Yeah. Well, the avocado is better for you, for sure, but yeah, apples are not bad. BadBoy's base. Yeah, it's under a lot of pressure over here once again. Vinchester and Classic Pros, they've been able to get the most damage done. Sometimes with a smaller amount of units. Here we go. Yeah, they should be fine. It's going to be 14 extra villagers right now for SalzZ compared to Perfect Apple because of the raid around BadBoy. But the military count, that's going to start hurting quite a bit. If he cannot produce quite as many units, that's going to be really bad. Although ACCM's got a counter push going here. He's gotten to, yeah, the Imperial Age, and he's just finished researching Cavaliers, so at the very least, Perfect Apple are catching up in terms of technology with SalzZ. So there's that. There we go, beautiful. Man, the counter rates over here are just absolutely nuts. So far, Vinchester has taken the most losses to these Cavalier. And wow, actually he does call the GG right there. Vinchester at a goal. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, given that ACCM is over here, and while Vinchester had his TC and whatnot, he ended up getting pushed away. ACCM was able to get a castle up right next to the TC, so that also helped for sure. That's pretty bad for Vinchester. Quite clearly he's got... And this should be Vinchester's point of view. I'm not really sure why the game's bugged out like this. It says BadBoy, but this is actually Vinchester's point of view. It's got 0 gold miners, and yeah, I cannot hold on over here anymore. Alright. So, I've been trying to re-download CaptureAge, actually, to reinstall it. And I am not getting the email. Oh, okay. I got it now. Okay, perfect. Let's go back. We're just going to keep on going like this. And I'm very sorry about it. I already talked to the CaptureAge team, but it doesn't seem like anybody is around right now, so not too much I can do. Alright, well, without Chinese over here, we're going to get instead Persians and Italians for SalzZ. For Perfect Apple, instead, we got Malians and Italians, so Italians for both teams. And transport ships are already moving around. They're going to try to get the TCs up ASAP. It's actually taking quite a bit for ACCM, though. If you take a look at Vinchester, Vinchester is already getting the TC up, so I wouldn't be surprised if this came to a restart. Oh, boy! I think this is going to have to be a restart, though. They are not actually within range. But I imagine someone's going to want to call the restart. And that someone's probably going to be Perfect Couple, given their start. It's actually pretty rough. ACCM is getting a TC so much later compared to anybody else. And even here, Bao is getting his own TC up so much later. Yeah, this should be a restart for sure, 100%. For Perfect Couple. In any case, we only have until 4 minutes for them to call a restart. Wow, are they actually going to keep on going? Do they know about this? He knows about it. Classic, bro. Should know about it too. Oh, Classic Pro's got no idea. But BadBoy knows. ACCM knows. Okay, we are past 4 minutes into the game. Quite clearly, they'll just keep on going. Okay, this is going to be a pretty interesting one then. Let's yeah. Let's talk about the civilizations real quick a little bit. Since we already know that Italians will be used for 2 players over here, we're going to start with them. So Vinchester and BadBoy will both have, with Italians, a 15% discount to go up to the next stage, as well as a 15% discount on fish and ships. We also get 33% cheaper dock and university upgrades, as well as 20% cheaper gunpowder units. And then for the team bonus, they'll provide also access to condottieri from the barracks in the Imperial Age. Besides that, taking a look at the rest of the civilizations, starting with Classic Pro's civilization, the Persians over here. The yellow player will get first off 50 extra food and 50 extra wood. Now he knows, or at the very least seems like he knows about it. It seems like he knows about it, even though he's not really scouted this necessarily. Did he lose? I wouldn't be surprised if he actually lost a herdable or something. But yeah, scoreboard, true. Let's also pay predictions and enable predictions for game number 2. There we go. Who wins game number 2? Same options, different question. Still 5 minutes to get your predictions going. So yeah, for those of you who might not be aware why I have a map scripting command in the chat, you probably want to do !RMSC2 to see what that's all about. But actually there's been people trying to get into scripting for the first time since RMS Cup got announced, which is pretty good. I mean, $400? It's actually fantastic. No one's playing Malaise, so no predictions? Right. So, besides the extra resources Persians will begin with, they also get twice the HP on theses and docks that work 10, 15, and 20% faster in the feudal castle and Imperial Ages. They will also have, for the team bonus, 2 bonus damage from Knightland units against archers, and now everyone's going up to the feudal age, so let's go and introduce Malians real quick so we don't fall behind. For Malians, ACCM will have a 15% wood discount on buildings. He's going to get 30% longer lasting golds. Besides that, they also get 1 extra pierce armor and barracks units per age slot in the feudal age, up to +3 in the Imperial Age. While for the team bonus, they provide also 80% faster work in universities. But here, it starts to get very interesting, as the feudal age is here already for Classic Pro, for Vinchester, but it's not here yet for BadBoy or ACCM. This could actually provide Classic Pro with a chance of putting some pressure against BadBoy, given that both these DCs are so close on the left-hand side island. But he's not going forward. He's actually not doing much of anything. He's just going to start pumping a few fire galleys. I think he got house over there briefly, as he was not producing villagers, but yeah, it's just going to be fire galleys, which is okay as an opening unit, but you want to make a switch into standard galleys ASAP. So he's got the first 2 fire galleys coming out as ACCM and BadBoy get to the feudal age. We're gonna see fire galleys coming up from both those players. And the only player going for standard galleys right now is Vinchester, who is chilling in the South Island all by himself. ACCM chilling in the North Island all by himself. Vinchester's galleys already reaching the north waters, so ACCM's fishing ships are getting pushed away over here. We're gonna see the first pick. Yes, sir! Second pick. That is really good for Vinchester. This is so good. 2 galleys. He was able to get 2 fishing ships already, and he might actually be able to get even more, as now he's going down south, where ACCM had 1 stray fishing ship. Vinchester's realized about, so he's going to take this one, and that's beautiful. It's going to give SalzZ a very nice worker lead, as right now it's going to be 48 versus 44 worker count in favor of SalzZ. BadBoy's got into the feudal age, and he's not doing anything on land, so it seems like Classic Pro and BadBoy will just share this. Oh, never mind! BadBoy's actually going for a tower behind the wood line from Classic Pro on land, and Classic Pro realized about this, so he's trying to get a contingency tower up himself too. a counter tower here. Fantastic. There we go. Beautiful. One villager going down from Classic Pro as he tried to get the villagers over here to get the tower down. And he actually managed to get some walls up to prevent the villagers from BadBoy from getting out of here. He does end up trapping himself in a sense, as he's walled the left hand side, and he ended up losing 3 villagers already trying to get the tower down. And he trapped himself. He went for the walls himself. We do have extra walls on the right hand side from BadBoy though, so I guess he couldn't really have done too much. Besides, oh, actually, beyond the walls over here from BadBoy, we do have one house from Classic Pro, so BadBoy's villagers are still trapped. And overall, if Classic Pro plays his cards right, he should be able to get all 5 villagers that BadBoy built the tower with down, while he's only lost, well, quote-unquote only, lost 3 villagers himself. Actually, 4 villagers left over here for BadBoy, so it's not even going to be that many extra picks for Classic Pro in the end. The demo shot from ACCM on Classic Pro's fire galleys. Still, SalzZ looking so much stronger on water. A bunch of fire galleys, extra standard galleys. There you are. And BadBoy has been extremely stubborn over here. Beautiful. So far, SalzZ's been able to hold on to a very nice worker lead. That should be the case even further after Classic Pro finally gets the villagers down from BadBoy around the land. But yeah, with basically full water control, SalzZ is completely uncontested over here. We even see ducks going down already for perfect couple. Around the center islands. We're probably going to see the dock going down from ACCM up north as well to Vinchester's own galleys. We take a look at the ACCM's dock, and he's got only 2 fire galleys left here. Let's check. There we go. Man, unbelievable. BadBoy actually was able to take the tower down, the defensive tower down from Classic Pro, so he still retains these 4 villagers. That's going to be 3 villagers left actually for him, but it's still pretty darn decent. Just roaming around from ACCM. They're just trying to get something done. It's amazing that he's been able to get these archers all the way to the south, around Vinchester's base. From all the way up north. He had to utilize the transport ship, I would imagine. Where's the transport ship actually for him? I don't think he's got it. No. He probably just walked around. Yeah, we can see now extra archers coming over from ACCM. So there's that. come the archers. Yeah, but ClassicPro's got some defensive archers coming up himself. So ACCM wasn't able to do too much damage around Vinchester's base. He's been trying to push against ClassicPro, and now ClassicPro's got defensive archers coming out himself, so he should be fine. There's skirmishers over here from Vinchester too, so ACCM gets pushed away from here. Very well done. BadBoy's got some archers himself too, so it's going to be archers from both ACCM and BadBoy. But yeah. There we go. There's actually a lot of damage done by BadBoy that he shouldn't really have been able to get away with. And ACCM Salz are here with his archers too. Vinchester's not paying attention to what's going on. These archers are actually getting a lot of damage done. They were very weak as well, so those villagers probably would have been able to take them right away. They do end up taking the archers down, but that's already a good amount of damage done by ACCM. So, CaptureAge is here already for the green player. ACCM is already here for Vinchester. Vinchester is going for the War Galley upgrade, so that's going to be pretty good. And he should be able to retain full water control, of course, and most likely he will, given he's got the most galleys. See? There we go. Yeah, BadBoy was trying to get away with another cheeky tower. He got spotted right away, and ClassicPro does end up pushing him away. Interestingly enough, both these players are still kind of stuck in the field edge themselves. Although ClassicPro is going to be the first player to click up to the castle edge from both these and BadBoy still. I don't think it's got enough resources, actually. We can take a look at that. BadBoy, yeah, he does not have anywhere near enough resources to go up to the castle edge. So that's going to leave salts on both players in the castle edge already versus only one from Perfect Couple. So it seems like there was definitely something prepared over here for salts. This map being their home map is actually looking pretty good. But yeah. Overall, pretty good defenses. Well, now Castle Edge is gonna be here for BadBoy. Finally, the last player to get there. Meanwhile, ClassicPro is already getting a siege workshop over here. It's really good. We should see. Actually, he's going for a ram. It's okay still. Vinches has just been dominating everywhere. He's been indeed calling the shots. He's got the palisades already up north, in between the crossings. Down south. We have yeah, the walls up over here as well for Vinchester. So he's actually getting control of 2 islands already. He's got the starting island he went to towards the south. He's going for a 3rd TC over there. Meanwhile, already he's got another TC on the right hand side. So that's going to be 4 TCs for him total. And while ClassicPro is kind of left to his own devices against BadBoy on the left hand side, it's actually looking pretty good. I'd say he's definitely being the one able to do the most damage. Because he's got versions as well, if BadBoy tried to go for archers, versions would dominate because of the knights getting bonus damage against archer units. However, BadBoy seems like he's going to try and drop a castle. He kind of has to go for this. Genoese crossbows is the only thing that he'll be able to go for against ClassicPro that's going to be like effective at all. See, nice. This is going to be a doubt castle though. We have 2 manuals over here for ClassicPro to defend himself. There you are. One second, sorry about the silence, just talking to someone from CaptureAge. Beautiful. And defensive castle over here from Vinchester should be coming up for sure. He's under a lot of pressure right now as BadBoy's got a good amount of archers, but ClassicPro should be able to push those units away. Now the problem is that Vinchester was the one going for the castle here, which means that he cannot really finish this because he needs to send extra villagers. So even though we do have knights over here for ClassicPro to push that away, yeah. He has to send a few extra over, and he finally gets the castle up. That was so close from coming up right away. And that castle is fantastic. We see also Vinchester being the first player to go up to the Imperial Age by quite a bit. And this makes a huge difference because once he gets to the Imperial Age, he should be able to tear the castle down. And then bye-bye, Genoese crossbow production. Let's see. Yeah, overall pretty good. His Genoese are looking fantastic, and they will continue to do so until the castle eventually goes down. Of course, I think that's the only castle we have for BadBoy, right? I think so. He also got pushed away from here. He lost a TC already, and he's got only 1 TC left if I'm not mistaken. No, he does have 2, so where's the other one? Ah, the other one's on the left-hand side. Well, it's got a siege workshop coming up over here. And ClassicPro cannot really approach the left-hand side on his own because of the Genoese crossbows. This is the only area around the map right now where we have like any action. ACCM is going up to the Imperial Lich himself as well, but he's so much later. Let's check. Let's see. There we go. Finally, the Knights are getting forward here from ClassicPro. Just putting some pressure. Meanwhile, Vinchester already has a trebuchet out he was aiming for by going out to the Imperial Age so much faster. So let's check. Oops. Bunch of barracks coming up for ACCM over here as well. So I guess if we don't have Genoese crossbows, he's gonna try to go for... I don't think Champ Scars over here are going to be the answer. He's going for it though. Yeah, it shouldn't work. Vinchester can go for Hand Cannoneer for cheaper, for 20% cheaper. So it's not really the answer. And then he can potentially also go for Cavalier, of course. See? Perfect. There we go. We have Condottieri coming out from Vinchester now. Try and take on the siege. Wow, I was able to get one man already. That's pretty good. On the right hand side there is a castle drop over here from Vinchester though. Oh boy. You know, at this point, yeah, I was going to say the score is so big. I'm not really sure exactly what ACCM and, you know, BadBoy were expecting here, how much longer they were going to wait until they called GG, but they called it GG right away. That was a really well played game. You know, the Brighton's been on the wall for a while already, so SalzZ doesn't end up equalizing this. Let's update the score as well, 1-1. And yeah, taking a look at military. We see a very nice KD over here for Vinchester specifically, almost 3-1 KD ratio. And ClassicPro did not manage to get quite 1-1, but it's still fine. We were still able to trade quite well overall. And most importantly, provide Vinchester a buffer to work with. Vinchester managed to get a hit so far. You can see he collected the most out of 3 out of 4 resources. So hey, it's all good. Let's go back. Just going to try and make a few changes over here to see if any of that helps. Sorry about all all the noises. You don't have to worry, it's on my end. There we go. Yeah, and let's focus on this one. So 1-1 perfect couple versus SalzZ. For game number 3, we have Rivulet, as we already expected to see. This is a beautiful map. We have taken a look at this one already a few times throughout the tournament. It's amazing. You have at the very top a frozen mountain peak, while going towards the south, the ice is going to start to melt away into a smaller rivulet that eventually comes out in a lake at the very bottom. All this is going to also entail some elevation changes around the rivulet itself. So at the very top we have the mountain peak over here with goats and whatnot. Then we move over down south and you can see already that the elevation starts changing. We have the third layer over here, which is the second highest elevation besides the mountain peak. Then there is a slope and it goes down a little bit further towards this plateau where we have BadBoy and ACCM. But it seems like actually they're trying to get away with a lane. And Vinchester, well, he's trying to prevent the boar, but it doesn't seem like he can. Oh, he did it! He did it! BadBoy cannot limit. Oh man, this is so good. From Vinchester, it really seemed like BadBoy should have been able to get that boar for sure. And in the end, it's just going to end up delaying this from Vinchester, but Vinchester getting the boar back, still pretty good news, of course. That's the second boar. Where is the other boar from? From Vinchester. I don't think he's collected the first one yet, has he? I don't see the second boar over here, and I'm slightly concerned that he might actually have gotten lamed for both boars. Let's actually take a look at the left-hand side. So Vinchester, first off, is going to take this boar himself. So it seems to me like BadBoy was able to collect the second boar himself too. Is it? Well, he's collecting this one over here. Meanwhile, we have both boards over here for ACCM and he's just fine. And ClassicPro is collecting this board. I guess Vinchester probably already took the first one. I guess that's it, because he's only going to take the second one right now. And oh, wait a moment though. Check this out. Can you see this little bit of meat over there? I think that's the carcass remains. Yeah, you know what? With the counter lane over here, not only was Vinchester able to prevent BadBoy from getting a third board, but actually he was able to prevent BadBoy from even getting access to the second board. So if Vinchester can prevent this from happening, he should be able to. I mean, come on, that scout's really low HP. It's only 2 hits. It's actually 1 hit. So BadBoy cannot keep on going. That board's going back. Vinchester will get access to 3 boards already, and we are way past the restart time limit. So yeah. Well done. Well done. Vinchester will end up on 3 boards. We have only 1 for BadBoy over there, and this is looking really good for SalzZ. Guys, this matchup is incredible. Perfect couple versus SalzZ is probably one of the most exciting combinations you can think of for sure. So continuing the map tour, so to say, getting past the players' plateaus where they begin the game, 1 TC each, right, with a flank and a pocket player. We are going to have a lower area over here underneath yet another slope where there are extra deer, there are extra berry bushes, and at the very bottom, of course, we have the lake, which we already discussed earlier. For civilizations over here, we're going to see on the left-hand side BadBoy playing with Mongols, which makes sense because, you know, with stronger hunters, usually that's going to allow you to go over to the fuel H a little bit, to go up to the fuel H a little bit sooner. But, yeah. You're going to get also extra HP on light cavalry and Hussar line units, as well as 25% faster attack and cavalry archer units. We'll see also for Mongols. Let's move this over to the correct tab. We're gonna have for Mongols also 2 extra line of sight on scout line units. After having lost the third boar though, that actually leaves him in a pretty precarious position. He's forced into collecting some of the deer down south, but that means also having a lot of exposed economy. So he's got 2 mills over here. He's been collecting deer with one. He's been collecting, or he's potentially going to collect some of the extra berries still with the other one. But Vinchester's already aware of this, so this could be kind of rough, for sure, for Mr. BadBoy, and we'll see. Meanwhile, ACCM's playing with Persians, which we have discussed already in the previous game. On the right-hand side, we have Malians for Vinchester, which we have discussed in the previous game. And ClassicPro is actually playing with Berbers, which means 15 and 20% cheaper stable production in the castle and Imperial Ages, as well as 10% faster moving villagers and ships. Team bonus, quite quickly, is going to provide for Berbers and allies access to Genitor, and that's going to be about it. So yeah. Your game graphics look really good. Is that so? What exactly? I'm not really sure. I think this is actually pretty standard. But, yeah, no idea. Guys, after this game is over, I'll restart my computer, so the stream is going to be down for a few minutes. I'm gonna restart my computer to see if we can resolve CaptureAge's situation. It's not only important for casting Terranova duos over here, to finish casting the set, but it's also very important for Battle Africa, because without CaptureAge, a 3v3 is just going to be a nightmare to cast. I think CaptureAge it looks too heavy. Well, yeah, CaptureAge's visuals currently are not really up to snuff compared to the in-game render, so to say. That's for sure. It's currently not compatible with mood lighting. It's not compatible with 3D water. The bloom effects in CaptureAge are significantly different compared to in-game bloom as well. So, and then all the extra things like animated fog of war, the fog of war edges too, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the fall ACCM's looking very good in water at the very least. Yeah, Vinchester's not giving up just yet. He's going for Fire Galleys himself. He's going for Demolition Rafts. Some scouts coming over from ClassicPro. And Vinchester will be fighting against ACCM on water, which is really interesting because you usually don't want to have your flank player, you know, have to do different things. That's a very nice pick over here. Fantastic. From ClassicPro. So yeah, on this map, you're usually going to see your pocket player go for water and your flank player try to put pressure. And this time around, actually, Vinchester is the one going for water, which I was not expecting at all. And instead, we're going to see ClassicPro going for pressure. Also, ClassicPro is the player going over to the south plateau, the bottom plateau in order to, or to the valley over here, in order to get extra resources compared to BadBoy on the left hand side. So it's also like they are playing precisely opposite roles, the flank players in both teams. We'll see who gets away with it though. Taking a look at resources, yeah, we'll actually see a pretty good amount of food for ACCM. ClassicPro is kind of close to. Vinchester and BadBoy seem to be kind of stuck in the fuel age for the time being, although to be fair, most players seem to be kind of stuck in the fuel age. For now anyway. Good defense for ACCM. Oh boy. Oh dear. We have only one Fire Galley left over here for Vinchester, and everything seems to point out that at him giving up on water. Good defense though for Vinchester and ClassicPro against BadBoy's archers. Well done! So, I like this a lot better. If Vinchester ends up getting pushed away from water, which can happen, he's up against Mongols. And even though he was able to lame a boar, BadBoy was still able to benefit from the hunting down south. But yeah, it's up against Mongols. It's going to be kind of hard to contest water, even if you're playing Malians, depending on how the game goes. So far, it's actually gone in favor. Against Persians. It's going to be very rough, and so far it's been going in favor of ACCM. So Vinchester kind of sort of gives up on water. He's going for another fire galley, but it's unlikely he'll be able to counter ACCM over here. So making a switch to land unit production, adding archers into the mix alongside classic pro scouts actually will be overall better. Mongols with only one boar are nothing to write home about though. Yeah, that's exactly why I mentioned the extra hunting over here. With the meals he went for, I think he's been collecting at the very least 4 or 5 deer already. With 3 deer you kind of compensate for 1 boar. And even though the other player managed to get 3 boars in the end, if you just get the equivalent of 2 boars with Mongols, that's still going to be pretty good. Timing was not the best though. It took him a little bit longer to get access to the extra deer, to be fair. Good push. Right hand side. BadBoy coming forward with archers himself as well. Vinchester's got some defensive archers. And you know what? The BadBoy does not pay attention over here. These archers come on top. Vinchester. Can he clean this up? Yes, he can. He's got the defense advantage, so he's going to bring a few extra archers. And wow, that was really good. BadBoy should 100% have taken that engagement. Or should have taken the... should have gotten the best end of the deal. In the end, he gets cleaned up. Vinchester's got still some extra archers forward alongside the scouts from Classic Pro. And now we're going to see CaptureAge come up for ACCM faster than anybody else. Aspero's trying to go after the stable, and I'm not really sure he'll be able to get this one down, but wouldn't be able to do too much even if he took the stable down, because quite easily ACCM can just go for a 3rd stable on the back himself. Which is fine. We'll see. CaptureAge is here ready for ACCM. Good job on water as well, completely securing this. Man, he's getting so many fishing ships. CaptureAge is now also on the way for Classic Pro and for BadBoy, so that's going to leave only Vinchester kind of stuck in the fuel age, although he's getting close to enough food to go up himself. For overall population, worker count is going to be so much higher for ACCM, it's not even close. 54 right now. Take a look at Vinchester, he's on 41. BadBoy in Classic Pro, kind of close. 43, 38. And yeah, once again, Vinchester's certainly going to start falling behind after he clicks up to the CaptureAge, so it's looking really darn strong for a perfect couple. And so far, it seems like the teams have been able to get the best end of the deal in their respective home maps, and this is exactly what you want to see. We have a very wide variety of maps in the tournament, 35 maps to be precise. So yeah, if you take the time to prepare a few of these maps, you should be in a pretty good spot. You want to have at the very least 1 map pretty well prepared per region, given that it's only going to be 1 home map per region, so that you can secure potentially up to 2 wins, right, with both your home maps. Go. Here come the Knights, man. This can make a big difference. Vinchester is still on the fuel age. We already have crossbows for BadBoy. We have Knights over here from ACCM. Well, we should have Knights or Camels coming out from Classic Pro, and he's actually going for some right now. It's taking some time for him to get the units he needs. Meanwhile, we already have a very good amount, a respectable amount of Knights over here. for ACCM, plus all these crosses, of course. Only now Vinchester should be able to go for the crosswind upgrade, and he's got it. Yes, sir! He's got Balking Arrow as well. Good job. Good amount of defensive units over here for Classic Pro. And Vinchester. So you have 16 crossbows or 16 range units, 12 melee units. Meanwhile, on the other side, we actually have a lot less units. Oh, but that one shot, that could have been so much stronger though. That was so close. That is what water control also can give you on this map. If you control the rivulet and you control the crossing between both sides of the map, it actually makes it very, very interesting to get water control on this, of course. And that could have been a lot worse. Vinchester could have lost everything. Let's check. All right. Yeah. It's overall pretty good. Still, BadBoy and ACCM are certainly on the lead over here. For actual population, they are significantly higher. We have 150 workers already for BadBoy and ACCM versus 115. So that's already going to be a 35 worker lead for BadBoy and ACCM. And overall population significantly higher for them as well. They do retain the highest military count right now at 49 versus only 23. So they do have over twice the military count compared to SalzZ, with a much, much higher worker count as well as a very, very respectable worker count. That's trying to take advantage of the cheaper stable production. But it's going to be pretty rough, given ACCM's much higher economy. Wouldn't be surprised if ACCM was able to produce units actually faster than Classic Pro. This is the CaptureAge. We have a 15% discount for Classic Pro, but we already have a 33% worker lead for ACCM, so yeah. I don't know if that's going to suffice. Let's actually take a look at the stable count. So we have 4 stables with the 5th stable on the way for Classic Pro. And then for ACCM instead, let's check. Oh boy, we have 5 as well. Is the 5th one coming up, or it's no, it's already up. So he's already producing from all 5. This can be really good, guys. ACCM and BadBoy are doing a really good job taking villagers down over here, putting so much pressure. SalzZ struggling big time. Let's see. Beautiful. There we go. This is going in favor of Perfect Apple 100%. We have way too many knights over here from ACCM for them to lose this fight, and he will completely barrel through. And that's going to prompt the GG. So, perfect couple getting the lead in the set once again. After getting first game and getting equalized after game number 2, we'll get the lead once again for a score of 2-1. And yeah, let's take a look at the achievements real quick. We're gonna see, we should see a very nice KD for ACCM, and he managed to get a very nice KD, actually 5-3. Well, BadBoy on the other hand actually managed to get the most kills in the game, and considering he was the player adding archers into the mix, that's actually very strong. In the end, he ended up getting a very close to 3-2 KD ratio, so it's going to be a little bit higher compared to ACCM's. But yeah, Vinchester and ClassicPro both struggle big time over here, and this really makes me very happy to see that teams are actually performing well on their home maps, of course. There we go, and welcome you guys, everyone, to the next one. Let's see, verify integrity of game files. Yes, yes, do your thing, Steam. Hopefully you can do it. Wait, what? That's it? That's it? That's so fast? All 179 files successfully validated. Dude, I'm actually gonna have to format my computer to get it working again. Oh god, I don't think I'll be able to cast Battle Africa after this. Oh, dude, come on. What series are there today, by the way, for Battle Africa? Gee, well, anyway. Let's take a look at the civilizations, starting down south. We're gonna see for Vinchester, Byzantines, while on the left-hand side, we have for ClassicPro, Vikings. Meanwhile, up north, we're gonna see BadBoy playing with Khmer and ACCM's playing with Koreans. Let me just make sure that the civilizations are actually not banned, as we have oftentimes actually see be the case. No, it's all good. We have not used any of the banned civilizations, so that's great. So anyway, taking a look at the bonuses and stuff, starting with SalzZ, first off. Down south we'll see for Vinchester with Byzantines. Actually 10, 20, 30, and 40% extra HP on buildings in the Dark Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages, as well as 25% cheaper Skirm, Spear, and Camel Rider units. Besides that, we also get for Byzantines a 33% discount to go up to the Imperial Age, as well as 20%, 25% actually, I think it is, faster attacking fire line ships, which is always great. And then they'll have on top of that free Town Watch and free Town Patrol. For the team bonus, they'll provide also 100% faster healing monks. Meanwhile, ClassicPro playing with Vikings instead will get 15, 20, and 20% cheaper Navy units in the Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages, so this can be really good. He's the first player to go for a dock over here. Oh, wait a moment, what happened? Wait, how did the villager die over here? I don't see... What? Did he... I don't see any units. Like, BadBoy Scout is full HP, and this villager had just gone down. We are past 4 minutes into the game, so I think he probably just tried to delete the foundation, the dog, right? Actually, let's take a look at KD overall. Yeah, and it's not showing up. The death over here for ClassicPro is not showing up, so he deleted the villager. He did not lose it to a unit. And he actually deleted the villager by accident, so he's behind already by 1 bill. Wow. By the way, don't want to cause you further issues. But it kind of sounds like your mic has bad connections, some humming when you speak. Let's see. Is this helping? Is the hammer going away now or not? Dude, I need to buy a new microphone. I need to buy a... I'm not really sure if I should buy a microphone and a audio interface, or just a microphone with a DAC. Anyway, I think that helped. Okay, pretty good. Thank you. If you ever notice those things, do let me know, because the microphone that I have right now, it's kind of busted a little bit, and noise filter from OBS usually takes care of the humming, but sometimes it can get too loud and it doesn't remove it completely. So if you notice it, let me know and I should be able to take care of it. Anyway, yeah, we talked about SalzZ civilizations. We did not really talk about BadBoy and ACCMs just yet. For Perfect Couple, taking a look at ACCMs first, he's going to have Koreans, which means he'll need... he is going to get, 3 extra line of sight on villagers from the get-go. He gets also faster working stone miners. He's going to get free archer armor upgrades as well as free tower upgrades. So he gets the guard tower and keep upgrades for free, right? But then on top of that, he also gets 20% wood discount on military units except for siege weapons. While for the team bonus instead, we're going to have also for... let's see. For the team bonus, we're going to have also for Koreans 1 minimum range on manuals as opposed to your standard amount. While for BadBoy instead, he's playing with Khmer. That's the one civilization we have not talked about just yet. For this one, he'll get the ability to garrison villages inside houses. He'll get also no building requirements at all, which is pretty good. We're gonna have also for Khmer 10% faster moving battle elephant line units, and then on top of that, we have for Khmer also for the team bonus 1 extra range on scorpion line weapons. Now, I'm just taking a look at the outpost, because by the outpost you get the crocodiles on this map, which kind of replace your boars. And I was wondering if, given this was SalzZ home map, if maybe Perfect Couple was not aware of it. But actually they did end up taking the crocodiles themselves, so it's all good. As a matter of fact, you can see some of the remains over here. So yeah. Let's check. Overall, pretty good. Fuel HC are ready for everyone. And we have some galleys coming over from ACCM going down south already. It's gonna be facing fire galleys. Was already able to get 1 fishing ship, so that's already pretty good. Overall worker count is a little bit higher for SalzZ still though. And I imagine it's still going to be the case probably in a few minutes. This is remarkable given that ClassicPro actually ended up losing a villager himself earlier. To himself even. Yeah, very nice picks over here though. Wait a moment, ClassicPro is taking a bunch of losses. And Vinchester already has lost a few fishing ships over here, or 1 fishing ship down south. So this is actually really good for Perfect Couple. They should be able to catch up over here. And we actually do have about the same worker count. Still 1 higher for SalzZ, interestingly enough. And that's probably going to still be the case, as I said, in a few minutes, given that SalzZ definitely the one with the most water presence around the center. They should be able to get full lagoon control. Why is this the case? Why is Perfect Couple not going a little bit more heavily into the center? Because you gotta make a choice. Do you go for the center control and get some fishing, or do you go for outside water? And you can see the Perfect Couple has decided to go for outside water. But then at the same time, we also have actually a sneaky villager from BadBoy on the left-hand side, where he'll be trying to get the push going. And actually, he's already been able to force a defensive tower from ClassicPro, who at the very least spotted this. So there's that. And yeah, ClassicPro is actually going for the outer water on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, the ACCM, interestingly enough, has just gone for stone walls and doesn't seem to be particularly interested in going for... yeah, in going for navy units at all. This is actually much better for SalzZ then. If they are able to defend against these scouts, and they should be able to. We have villagers over here. Those scouts are not particularly strong, especially against galleys over here, which ClassicPro's got access to on the left-hand side. Compared to BadBoy, he should be able to take care of this. And he should be able to put pressure himself as well forward too. And he's doing it. As a matter of fact, he's getting a villager down. He's going to try to get another villager down. This is really well played from Classic Pro. Notice how he actually keeps this open with a palisade. Unfortunately for him though, he ended up building the palisade in a position where Navy units cannot keep on coming further forward. He can just get land units in, so he's gonna have to try and break out over here using the villagers so that he can break out over here once again. But yeah, while BadBoy was not really able to do too much damage against Classic Pro, now he's going to switch focus over to Vinchester. So, should be moving over to the right hand side. There we go, he'll try to break through. Should be able to. This is actually losing a lot of HP very fast. So he's about to come in once again. What do we have? BadBoy is going for some stones so he can get some defensive towers up. But for the time being, he's really exposed. Or at the very least, he doesn't really have too many defenses. It's only now going to start going for some units over here. Let's see how many units he's got. He's got only one fire galley though. That's not really good. So here comes Classic Pro. If he cannot do anything against BadBoy, he'll most likely end up switching focus over to ACCM. And he's already done that actually. How? I think these he sent forward earlier. And then he just tried to retarget players over here. Well done though. So that's 3 villages going down on the berries. And I'm pretty sure he took at the very least like 2 villages around the gold mine over here. So SalzZ is looking really good, guys. And this is going to be once again a situation in which a team actually is able to take advantage of their home map really nicely. So if Classic Pro and Vinchester end up taking game number 4, that's going to equalize the series, and we are going to get a full set over here with the decider for game 5. And for the time being, Classic Pro is completely dominating. Check this out. This is open still, I think. It's not, but he's already been able to push villagers around, and he's putting so much pressure up. Meanwhile, down south, this push has not really achieved too much from BadBoy at all. Vinchester's been able to defend himself with Navy units as well. Yeah, we have more scouts coming out for BadBoy. He's got to get so much damage down over here just to catch up. It's ridiculous. Vinchester's going to be the first player to get to the castle edge by quite a bit. Going for the War Galley upgrade means that he most likely will end up getting full water control at the center too, which means a perfect couple. Without center control and without outer water presence, wouldn't really be able to do too much over here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the GG coming up as soon as Classic Pro hits the castle edge. As ACCM and BadBoy, they are significantly behind. If we take a look at resources, doesn't seem like BadBoy or ACCM will have enough to go up anytime soon to the castle edge. So this should be GG as soon as Classic Pro hits the castle edge, and will most likely... Wow, not even necessary. That's going to be GG right here, right now. Well played. Just like that, SalzZ going to get game number 4 to equalize the set. And that means that we get a decider in game number 5, 2-2. Fantastic. Yeah, it's not been the best day for my stream, that is for sure. But guys, there we go. Final game of the set coming up right now. What is it? We have BadBoy on the left-hand side playing with Ethiopians. We have ACCM playing with Berbers. Interestingly enough, ACCM is actually playing Pocket over here with Berbers. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, Vinchester has Portuguese, and Classic Pro's got... Wow! He's got Burgundians. Interesting. So, what does it mean? On the left-hand side, BadBoy, we already talked about Ethiopians earlier in the series, so we don't really need to talk about it too much more. Then we have for ACCM, Berbers, right? We have talked about Berbers before, so we don't really need to mention them too much more. Now, I'm fairly surprised to see Berbers actually come up as a pocket civilization on this map. Not to say that they are a bad pocket civilization, they are pretty good. But usually on this map, because of the way that the players spawn, and this working with team positions where you can actually choose who's going to be the flank. We have seen in the past several times on this map players going for Berbers as flanks so that they can come forward and put pressure against the other player with villagers and, you know, potentially douches and whatnot. So it's always very interesting to see, but that's not going to be the case this time around. On the right hand side though, instead we have two civilizations we have not seen so far. So that's gonna be Portuguese for Vinchester, which means 30% faster research and upgrades. We also get for Portuguese a 20% gold discount on military units, except for what? Just navy units. Yeah, 20% gold. Wait, what am I talking about? 20% gold discount on military units. Yeah, full stop. They get 10% extra HP on navy units and access to Fatery in the Imperial Age. For the team bonus, Portuguese will also provide shared vision for free from the get-go, so you do not need the market. And it can be really strong, but we'll see what we get over here. It doesn't seem like it's going to make too much of a difference on a map like this anyway. Meanwhile, for Classic Pro, playing with Burgundians, that means he'll get access to eco upgrades one age earlier. He'll get with Burgundians also a 50% food discount, on those eco upgrades too, which makes it very accessible for him, and wouldn't be surprised to see him go for like double bit axe as soon as he clicks up to the fuel age, for instance. And it's overall pretty strong. They also get a 50% discount on stable upgrades, as well as access to the Cavalier upgrade in the Castle Age. Besides that, we're gonna see for Burgundians also 25% higher attack and gunpowder units, while for the team bonus they'll finally get also food income from relics on top of gold income, so it's not going to be just the one thing. Regardless though, we see a dock coming up over here already for Classic Pro, and we see a dock coming up for Vinchester, while on the left hand side we're gonna see a dock coming up for ACCM, and BadBoy's not going for one just yet, so what to expect over here. So, I'm curious, do we have anybody watching the stream right now for the first time today here? That'd be very unfortunate. Let me just assure you that this is actually not the way things go usually. For the most part, we do have CaptureAge working, like basically every other time. Just today it's not been working for whatever reason, but who knows. I'm sorry about that, and if you are, welcome to the stream. Those of you who might be watching for the first time, also those of you dropping the follows, it's appreciated. So yeah. Yeah, still BadBoy not going for docks at all, so what is the plan over here? He's going up already to the fuel age on 19 villagers, so quite clearly, wait a moment, this is Vinchester actually. Let's check this. Yeah, BadBoy's actually going up on 18 villagers, so quite clearly, he won't try to play for water, he won't try to play for fast castle. It's just going to be an archer push. This is really interesting for sure from BadBoy, and certainly not something I was expecting. Meanwhile, Vinchester is getting 2,534 sheep from the mountains. This is a lovely map. Guys, this one, by the way, this is the map contest winner for the African region. It was originally submitted as a Oceanian map, but the scripter agreed to retrofit it for the Africa region instead, and it's been pretty good. Sometimes it do be like that. It happens. Yeah. Scan the goats. It's all good. This is a good job though from ACCM. Well played also from Vinchester. Notice how he... Okay, he's got a bail from here. Oh man, that is so rough. That is really well played from ACCM. That is really good. So first, Vinchester actually bail from the goats so that ACCM would convert those and wouldn't be able to take them down. The moment ACCM converted them, he actually sent it over to the villagers from Vinchester. So then Vinchester wouldn't be able to actually take them anymore. That was really good. He does end up getting about 300 resources over there, or denying about 300 resources, so it's still alright. Down south, we'll see BadBoy getting a villager from Classic Pro. It's very unlikely he'll be able to get a villager over here from Vinchester. We'll see though, he'll certainly try. He's going for it. I don't think he can do it. Yeah, most likely he can't. Although we have another scout over here though. Oh man, this is so good! The scout goes down from BadBoy, but they do get a second villager down south. This is really interesting. They kind of need to get this kind of damage done though, because of only one player going for water on the left hand side. So BadBoy should be behind quite a bit in worker count, and he still is. While everybody is already in the village with extra villagers to work with extra workers to work with. Vinchester has lost, you know, one villager over here, and so has ClassicPro 2. But if they are able to stabilize over here and get full water control, it's not going to make much of a difference, because with extra fishing ships, they'll be able to increase their worker lead even further. And if you notice as well, they've been going for a team wall. So Vinchester is already completely walled off. He's not going to have to worry too much about basically any units. Even if he got pushed away by archers from this wall line, he will be able to fall back to one of these wall lines that are much better protected with the walls. So yeah, the team walls are already up over here. ClassicPro's just finished walling towards the edge of the map. And that means that SalzZ fine. SalzZ doing well. Meanwhile, Perfect Couple instead is going to have only one player once again as established, just ACCM playing in water. So if he gets pushed away from here, that's going to give SalzZ full water control to get significantly ahead in worker count, even further, as they are already ahead, but even further ahead. And that could be catastrophic, of course, for Perfect Couple. If they are unable to do any damage on land, then losing water control is going to make a huge difference. Now, BadBoy somehow managed to get the archers in, though. We'll try and figure out where exactly he came through. CaptureAge was on, of course. We could just... I think it might be here. No, this is closed. Is this open? I think this might be open here in between the house and the palisades. I think that's probably it. You see? The villager says C. Beautiful picks. Yeah, that is exactly what Perfect Couple needs. Or was there a transfer ship somewhere? No transfer ships. It was just able to come in, but exactly where is it open? That they're coming in like this. Is it open in front? It's kind of hard to tell because of all the elevations, but yeah, that's already two groups of units he's sent forward. Near ClassicPro's wood? Yeah, right here. That's it. It's open here. There we go. He's closing it now. But oh boy, all the units leaked in already. This is huge! That's already a lot of villages going down! Check this KD! It's so nice for BadBoy, especially considering that he's been getting villagers and he's been losing on the archers. It's actually really good, of course. Now Perfect Couple is getting a little bit of a score lead. Although SalzZ is going to end up getting water control as expected. Let's take a look to see how many ships we have for ACCM. He's got 3 docks. And he's got right now about 7 galleys queued up. Let's check. Fantastic. Good job. Should still be going in Feral Assaults. Not quite. ACCM managed to get actually a scary amount of galleys out. We have 11 versus 10. Yeah, and of course, in this position, if SalzZ is unable to play as one, then ACCM shouldn't have gotten the better trade. See extra units coming out from Vinchester. All of this while still trying to defend against BadBoy's units. Yeah, that's another village going down over here for Vinchester, for instance. Down south, it seems like they'll be able to break through. ACCM is going after the CaptureAge, as is BadBoy as well. So this is really interesting. We have ACCM holding on water on his own, holding on to water on his own, while BadBoy is the one putting pressure against both players on land and forcing defensive units on land as well for Vinchester and ClassicPro. ClassicPro's going out to the CaptureAge. Vinchester, he's got not enough resources to go out to the CaptureAge just yet. Meanwhile, BadBoy and ACCM are already going up. This can be really good. If Perfect Apple ends up getting to the CaptureAge, we'll see the War Galley upgrade come out for them. It's gonna be so nice. Let's check. Yeah, good job from ClassicPro and Vinchester. At the very least, they are trying to surround the ACCM. By the time the green player gets to the CaptureAge, it's not really going to have too many units left to upgrade. So this is pretty good. Is he going to make a transition into land production instead? Well, he's only now going for the stable. I would have liked to see stables coming up a little bit earlier for him, for sure. If that was the plan, though, anyway. He's got a few extra galleys coming out once again, but over here, he shouldn't have getting cleaned up. Anyway, CaptureAge is here already for ACCM, so it's very important for ClassicPro and Vinchester to try and get these units down ASAP. There's a pause by ClassicPro. They'll be in the CaptureAge in a moment.
Yes.
There we are. Oh boy, Vinchester is actually bailing from here. I'm really sure about it. I think they were probably just trying to coordinate that too. I think that might have been the reason for this quick pause. To know exactly what to go for. Because obviously they're going to want to avoid the engagement against ACCM, as ACCM should be getting War Galley very soon. I know for all SalzZ knows, ACCM already had War Galley coming up. That was not actually the case. Only now War Galley is on the way for ACCM, but it was a very cautious approach from SalzZ in any case. Here comes BadBoy with crosses already. We are still waiting, man. Vinchester's not in the CaptureAge, and he does not have walls over here. That can be huge, guys. Check this out. Those archers are going straight onto the tower base, taking vill after villager. That's gonna be already 4 or 5 villagers going down. Make that 6 villagers going down. We do have a Magnet coming out over here. It's not attacking right now, though. Now he will, and that was a nasty shot for sure. And those crosses get pushed away, but the damage's been done. How many villagers do we have left then for SalzZ over here? Well, they do have 74 versus 93 workers from Perfect Apple. They are so far behind. It's not even close now with ACCM's War Galleys over here in significantly higher numbers compared to ClassicPro on his own. ACCM seems like it's going to dominate on water. And, you know, this is what we have seen so far. Each team is going to dominate in their home map, and this has been full domination for Perfect Apple so far on their second and final home map as well. So there we go. Beautiful. Good defense though. Still for SalzZ, but there is just so much catching out to do over here. It's going to end up giving out this mana in order to get the TC up, of course. Distracts those knights a little bit, but the TC does come up. He does not take any further losses. It's going to be the second TC, actually the third TC for ClassicPro. And the Vinchester, only on one TC, as he's still on his way to the CaptureAge. Meanwhile, taking a look at BadBoy instead, we're going to see one TC over here. You know, ACCM's got only 2 TCs himself. Is not the highest amount, so yeah, I don't think this is impossible for SalzZ, but it's just going to be very, very hard. Lamanus, thanks so much for the raids, appreciate it and welcome. I hope you had a great stream. We are casting right now the round of 8 set between Perfect Apple and SalzZ. Now you might have noticed indeed that we are not utilizing CaptureAge over here, and that's because ever since the game updated, CaptureAge is not detecting Age of Empires on my computer. I'm the only person apparently with this issue, so we're gonna be going no CaptureAge today. But after the stream is over, I'm just going to format my PC because there is no time for me to wait for a solution. I just need this to work. So yeah, for now it's going to be without CaptureAge. Old school, yeah. Hey Grandy. There we are. Format PC? Yeah. That's going to be GG. Wow, guys, perfect couple! Takes it the distance and gets away with it. Ends up getting the set over here with a final score of 3-2 against SalzZ. Really well done. Let's update the score over here. It's going to be 3-2. Beautiful. They will be the ones moving on to the semifinals then, where they'll be facing